You may find that having is not so pleasing a thing as wanting. This is not logical, but it is often true. Ladies and gentlemen, profound words of Spock guide us to the next episode of Let's Play Stellaris, Star Trek Edition. Today, we are relying on the Denobulans, as well as the Trill partially, in the background over here. Actually, it's two fleets, right? Yeah, two Trill fleets. To help us, or rather, to help Tylek Shran defeat the Cardassians. There is a large Cardassian fleet right here. They have several Gaylor-class vessels, several Hideki-class ships, couple of destroyers. Yeah, it's a tough fleet. The three Gaylor-class cruisers are really forces to, whatchamacallit, behold. They are extremely powerful ships. I've initially underestimated them, and we can't actually scan them, which should tell me plenty, but yeah, I would reckon currently, if we go over to the ship designer, that, and I will get this battle underway soon, but I would reckon that currently, as things stand, a Gaylor-class can overpower a Yorktown or a Poseidon on its own, without any support. I'm pretty sure of that. It is unfortunate, but it is also the truth. So, yeah. So we're going to get this battle underway, and as we do, I'm also going to go over here, and I'm going to sell a few things that I don't think we need. I have a ton of this Talonian crystal, as if that's what you pronounce it, or rather if that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, I don't need that many, so I'm gonna buy a heap of alloys, and I'm gonna try and reinforce some of our vessels with all of this. I'll reinforce some of our vessels, reinforce some of our fleets with additional vessels as a result of having more alloys now. So, Interstellar University sounds alright. Actually, it sounds pretty darn right. Yeah, we're going to go with an Interstellar University. Our research is very, progressing very, very nicely. That is neat. We are kicking their asses, in all due honesty. Okay, we do have the Federation Council once again. We are fighting a fleet over here, or rather Jonathan Archer is engaging this fleet as well. These are the two only remaining fleets of the Cardassians. The Second Order, and I think this is like the Sixth or the Fifth, yeah, the Fifth Order over here. They do have a small fleet of ships over here, or rather, they had two, now it's just one that's engaged a station over here, but that's, that's not going to work out for them. The other fleet I have is the Third Fleet over here, which is just repaired and is hopefully about to receive some reinforcements. And I'm going to send it over to Galen and some of these territories so that it can basically wrap this war up. In all due honesty, but let's figure out what to do with the Federation Council first. React to a galactic-mediated dispute, expand diplomatic outreach. I suppose we can expand diplomatic outreach to... To whom? Is the Sonar Command under a... No, it's not, but they don't particularly love me. And they are slaving despots. Yeah, that's not exactly Federation material. I wouldn't call it that.
You talk, but you have no garamba.
I have no garamba. Isn't that Spanish for something? No, that's caramba, right? basically same thing. Probably not, but funny nonetheless. It's kind of interesting how the Saurians have this chunk of land over here. I mean, this exclave was interesting enough, but this is a bit... I don't know, I'd be willing to dismantle this and give it back to the Romulans. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, how about the Ferengi? They were in, No? Maybe they weren't. Okay, in that case, revise the list, improve relations with the Ferengi Alliance, and we're going to go with high-intensity diplomacy with the Ferengi. Because I'm hoping one of these days we might be able to either subjugate them or get them to join our federation. Because they have a migration treaty. They're part of the coalition with the Shaliak corporate, but that's, in my modest opinion, a little bit brittle of a alliance that they have going on. We do have 2 extra ships coming in. This is actually very good. Both Poseidon class. And this battle should be pretty much over. I think the Cardassians have had it. Yeah, they have one Gaylor class, and that's about it. This battle over here with Captain Archer is going to be a lot more interesting. And honestly, a lot closer. So let's see how it goes. I think it's pretty much the same story as before. We are able to punch through their lighter ships with relative ease, and then we get to the heavy cruisers. They are heavy cruisers, right? Oh, cruisers, but yeah, we get to the cruisers, and then we sort of get stuck a little bit. Yeah, as you can see right there. Not what I would call ideal, but... here we are. Did we lose any ships? 2 retreated. I really hope we didn't lose many. And yeah, and I think now they're down to just the Gaylor class, right? 2 Gaylor class. Well, 1 retreated, there's 1 left, but... they are really, really tough ships. I mean, it's taking an entire fleet just to take 1 out. That's, okay, we did lose a Endeavour class vessel, which is not ideal, but these ships will repair themselves. So let's continue on our mission to bomb Bajor, or at least take out some of the military installations around it. And I suggest that we bomb the civilian populace. Effective as that might be. Okay, do I want to go over here? And probably not with this fleet. Mind you, it is reinforced now, and it is fully repaired. It's at 5.3 k strength. Yeah, not overly pleased with where it is right now. Let's keep it over there. Okay, the Tholians have lost considerable amounts of space. I don't think they're going to be a threat for much longer. Cannons we don't use. Next stage of warp engines aren't bad. But let's go with the cheapest stuff first. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, and the other fleet is on its way. Yeah, I suppose I do want you to go to Omega Andromeda, because, well, yeah, I'd really like that station, and you can repair there as well, so I think that would just make sense. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video. I did... Whoa! Okay! Oh, yeah. Well, this is, I suppose this is convenient time, or as convenient time as any, to, talk about this. Okay. Hi. Don't know who those are. Valtese Senate. I don't remember those either. That's unfortunate. It's all right though. Okay, so here's the well, not problem, but here's the thing that I've learned. Right. I'm trying to figure out where those guys are that I just met. Well, wherever they are, I wish them luck. But as I was saying, I figured out how this retirement business works. And the way it works with Starfleet is as follows. Certain types of ship will get retired when you unlock the new class of ship. So, currently, I have the Nimitz-class heavy cruiser. Look at it. It looks monstrous, honestly. The Walker-class multi-mission ship looks vaguely more Star Trek, but it is a little bit more militarized as well, which I guess makes sense. I mean, we have been at war with the Cardassians for a while, so yeah, we do have more militarized ships. That's fine. The Poseidon multi-mission class ship is also still in active service. Our Explorer, the Columbia and Endeavour class, are still in active service. However, you'll notice that the Yorktown is no longer in service. What happens to the Yorktown, and how do we upgrade from Yorktowns and stuff? Well, after a fair bit of research, I'll be honest, I've figured out that you can't. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but it also makes sense from a lore perspective, because believe it or not, about 200 years from now, Starfleet is still running Miranda-class vessels. Mind you, they don't use them to go out exploring the Delta Quadrant, and you know, send them to fight the Borg or something like that, but they do use them. And during the Dominion War, they threw pretty much everything they had at the Dominion, and that did mean recommissioning every single retired type of vessel they had at their disposal. Well, not every single type, but most types, including, like I said, the old Miranda-class vessels. Why is that important? Well, Starfleet did that in the TV shows and stuff. It's reflected in the game as well, believe it or not. How is it reflected? Well, you go over to the Plantatia Utopia shipyards and you can recommission ships. What does that do? Recommissioning ships puts them back in the ship designer. That means you can upgrade them again. So Yorktown, sorry, I've been sick for about a week and a half or so, and I'm still having a little bit of a cough, but it's not too bad. But apparently if I talk a lot and quickly, it does get a little bit worse. So, excuse me for just a second. Okay, much better. So here's the thing, right? We can then upgrade these. So let's say we get better shields, we can put better shields on it. Better warp engines, better phasers, etc., etc. But the hull points and the armor and the shields will... the hull points and the general construction of the vessel will remain the same. Newer vessels will be superior, but at least we can upgrade them until we decide to scuttle these ships and replace them with something else. And that's the only way you can upgrade them. Which is to say, there is no way to take a Yorktown class, disassemble it, or upgrade it via this button, and put it back together as a Nimitz class. Or any other type of heavy cruiser, right? Not possible, unfortunately. This is where the challenge comes in as the United Federation of Planets, because not every single race has to deal with this. Namely, if you take a look at the Romulans or even the Cardassians, what they're going to do is their Gaylor-class ships... Where are they? Oh, there's a battle going on over here. Against the Tholians. Oh, okay, I did not notice this. And the Cardassian Union is going to lose this battle. Okay. Well, I mean, we can still use this as an example, right? So here is a Blue Lynx class patrol frigate, or let's use a cruiser. There's this cruiser over here, right? The Loxosceles class, whatever. The Tholians are not going to have to think about retiring that class. What they're going to do instead is they're just going to keep upgrading it ad infinitum. Better hull, better shields, better weapons, better hull, better shields, better weapons, better engines, etc., until the end of the game. The Cardassians are unfortunately going to have to do the same thing. Okay, these are Hideki class, but if you take a look at the Gaylor class frigate, it's going to be in service now, and it's going to be in service 300 years from now. Unfortunately, again. And it will upgrade a lot better than some of the Federation ships will. However, the Federation will unlock new ships more often, so my Nimitz class, for example, I hope, I haven't tested it out yet, but I would hope, will beat the living snot out of any Gaylor class vessel currently in service. But there's a bit of a problem with that as well. These are hard to make. These take a lot of time to make, and the way I wanted to do things, at least initially, was to try and keep Starfleet as modern and as updated as possible. That's not really viable, and all I can say is that there's a reason Starfleet didn't do that in the show either. Instead, they kept running with old equipment. The reason being, like I said, it takes a lot of time to make these ships, and disbanding my entire fleet is not really an option. See, for example, over here we have the Bonaventure class light cruiser, and we have the Yorktown, which we've just made. If I were to start disbanding all the old vessels that I'm no longer using, which in this case I think is just the Yorktowns, which are conveniently marked red, there's going to be a bit of a problem. There's going to be a big problem. But yeah. Now, why does this thing have no armor? That's what I'm interested in. Oh, because it was damaged and it needs repairs. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, all of these have been marked for retirement, and that's fine. Unfortunately, it does mean that our fleet maintaining and managing is going to be a little bit more complicated than we've bargained for. But at the same time, it's not the end of the world. We can deal with it, basically. Especially when we start integrating a few more races from around. As we upgrade our research, we're going to grow and grow more and more economically. And that's overall going to contribute to a more successful Federation. Of course, the ever so slight issue with that is, where are these guys, by the way? Ah, okay. Interesting. I would say you are not long for this world, unfortunately, being in such close proximity to both the Suliban and the Klingons, which have been waging some successful wars against the Suliban, I think. Well, congratulations. Okay. They are fighting a common enemy, at the very least. We are very close to winning this war. And now they're sending like smaller raiding parties here and there, but that's not really going to help them much. Cheapest stuff first. Okay. I think we're about done with this war in general. I'm going to send you off to repair first. before I get you to do anything else. Is this just fleet fixed up? No, it's getting fixed up. Okay. Shut down these sectors and do I want to fix this as well? Probably, right? Yeah. Alright. We're basically done with the war. It's just a matter of time before they agree to surrender. And, True Administration Expansionism. Jesus, that caught me by surprise. Sorry. I don't know how to tell you this, but it's a little bit late for that, and you don't exactly have anywhere to expand to. Sorry. Yeah, it's, I'm afraid it's not going to really work out for you. Oh well. And yeah, here you go. As you can see, we're upgrading these things now, and the Yorktowns aren't being upgraded because that means I would have to recommission them. And I will do that. Decommission flagship? No. Display available ship? No. It wouldn't be here, it would be in the... No, it's not the division, it's the Historical Society, right? Yeah. Long-range explorers... Multi-mission vessels... Heavy cruisers, right? Recommission the Yorktown class. There we go. That's it, and I can actually use this to show you as well. So now, if we go back over here, you'll see that the Yorktown is a heavy cruiser, which is now available to us once again. And that means that I can upgrade it, I can put newer torpedoes on it, newer shields, etc, etc. There's not much to put on it right now, but we can do it later down the line. And we will keep these Yorktowns around for a while, because they are massive ships, and, well, we are going to need them. Okay, this is going to be an interesting battle over here. We're going to need to take this station, I think, before we get the Cardassians to give up. And I think I'm just going to... Ooh, whoa, 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 no, not through Bajor. Instead, actually do that. Much better. Right, you will excuse me for a second, though. Someone is at the door. And we're back. I did unpause it a little bit off camera just to get things moving, and well, not much has happened, apart from one thing that just suddenly popped in. The Romulans are now at war with the Ferengi and the Sheliak. Yeah, they just declared war on them, and I'm not overly happy about that, as you might imagine. It probably means that we're going to have another war with the Romulans at some point in the future. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's gonna have to happen. I'm gonna have to take probably some of this territory and then declare it a neutral zone. But yeah, it's I'm not overly happy about it, but it is what it is. I've been thinking about forming a demilitarized zone against the Cardassians as well. Unfortunately, though, that's probably not the best idea from an economic standpoint, because it would just eat out of my systems. So I would lose this, which I can actually colonize, and haven't done so yet, but I really, really should. So yeah, let's do that, I think. And I can rename it to something as well. But no, I'm gonna go with Melona Prime. Yeah, like I said, I can colonize that. Just didn't realize that I could. I wouldn't also mind grabbing a few systems off the Cardassians in this war, to be brutally honest, but of course I cannot make any claims. Mind you, getting rid of their vassals and all the gains that their vassals are going to take off them is probably going to be enough, so I'm happy. I have the 4th Fleet on its way to this place, and I just realized it's at 3.7 strength. Wasn't it at like 5 point something a minute ago? I guess not. I don't know. Huh. Perhaps much more importantly, though, I do have... Let's go with this. I do have now the capability to build a new flagship. And I think it's about time we end this war for the simple, pure reason that... Well, first of all, I would like to build a Constitution-class flagship. And I would like to make it a military flagship for once, because we've done enough of sciencing around, right? We need a military flagship because we gotta go to war against the Romulans next, and it's not gonna be easy. So yeah, that's why we need that. Archer's ships are doing fine as well. They're I think so far they're still bombing Bajor. The rest of the ships are being repaired, and are you done fighting? Yes, you are. You've taken this place. Okay, congrats. I can send in some of the land folks to fix that thing up, or fix that thing up, to take that thing. Trouble at research base. One of the research stations that are focusing on the application of AI. Please provide assistance. It has some problems. Please provide assistance. Dispatch a ship. Yeah, we can do that. What kind of ship do you need, though? A military ship. Well, I believe the IGS Kumari is nearby. It does need an admiral, though. Ugh. Okay, let's get... you know what? Let's get Archer on that mission, because his fleet isn't doing anything much, really, at this point. So let's get that out of the way. I guess I can coordinate with the 3rd Fleet as well, and get the 4th and 3rd to converge on this place simultaneously, take it, and then hopefully that'll be enough to end the war. Federation membership. Ah! Okay. Welcome to Earth. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to Earth. All are welcome on Earth. Thank you very much for accepting to become members of the Federation. I don't think I gained much out of you, though. Not to sound ungrateful or anything, but I really don't. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I just lose from having you in the Federation, but you know what? Actually, maybe not. It depends. I do need to start building holdings, and if I do that, maybe it'll be a little bit more worthwhile. Yeah, I reckon so, right? Okay, so what can we make here? No Federation Embassy, I think we always want. Yeah, let's get a Federation Embassy. And then... we need to wait. It's one at a time. That's fine. Okay. As you can see, they're at -300 for this. Demanding unoccupied planets. I can only assume it's over here, maybe over here. So I want to grab these 2 systems before we end the war and enforce demands, because we do need to enforce demands, and the issue right now is a lot of my ships have been decommissioned, and I would actually like to disband some of them. As you can see, I have the Constitution class flagship available. So here's the flagship variant, here's the regular variant. Actually, I think I can put some EPS manifolds and a tactical station on it. I think I would like to do that. Yes, I would. And then instead of a Mako... Well, actually, no, yeah, keep the Mako crew. It is going to be a military ship first and foremost. Quantum Impulse Engine. Yeah, I think so. Right. Uranium superstructure might not be bad, though. Now let's go with Quantum Impulse. Subspace, light speed is very important. Okay, and then over here, maybe inertial dampeners, or let's make it a little bit dodgy. So let's go with inertial dampeners. There we go. The weapons I'm not going to argue with too much. I'm just going to trust that the game knows best. Because, well, yeah. There is also this thing. It's mighty gorgeous looking. Look, I mean, okay, it looks a little bit like a pancake. It looks like you had a... Tell you what, it looks like you had a Constitution and then someone stepped on it. And now you can't unsee that. It does, it's not my fault. It looks like that, it's not my fault. Look at it. It does look a little bit like that, doesn't it? Alright, let's put some inertial dampeners on the Constitution class as well. And then this is the Crossfield class. I mean, these are gorgeous ships, don't get me wrong. They are absolutely gorgeous. But... I think I would like an engineering station for you, actually. And then Fleet Bridge, uranium, everything else is fine. Save that. EPS manifold, inertial dampeners, and optical secondary computer core. Yes, that's what I'm going with. And there's a medium phase bank type 2. I could put something like a particle phaser 3 on it. Would that be much different? Not really. I think I'd... Well, it does have that actually already. One of those. Just in case, right? Yeah, and then photon torpedoes, and it does have a disco bolt charge as well, which I don't think is particularly great. So I'd like to change it for all photon torpedoes. It's important to change these right now, rather than later, because, to be brutally honest, later it's going to be a little bit too late, if you pardon the pun. This is a point defense, and also fire phaser bank. I would rather not have those. I would rather you have... Because yeah, it's 6 to 7 damage point defense. This is a little bit more damage, a little bit less average damage, but look at it, range 40, this is range 20. Damage 6 to 7, this is damage 130 to 180. How often does it fire? Cooldown 5 seconds, cooldown 0.2 seconds. So yeah, there's like a machine gun. Pew, 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 pew. Not really something I'm interested in. Okay, so that's going to be the Constitution class. That's going to be the Crossfield class. There is then also, of course, the Nimitz class, which is going to be maybe a little bit of a problem due to its power constraints, but I think we can fix that. And I don't need additional bulkheads. I would like crew quarters instead, and inertial dampeners. Yeah, and that's going to be the new Nimitz class. So, in case I haven't been clear enough as to what I intend to do, I'm going to disband most of the ships in our fleets. Oh yeah, most of them. This is not something Starfleet would do, but I feel like I can muster the resources. Obviously, I'm not going to do that right now. We might have another conflict coming up, so I don't want to mess with things too much already. However, eventually I will do something like that, and I will try and upgrade and update our ships as much as possible. I can't wait to see some of the new designs, though. They look absolutely gorgeous. Definitely more militarized, definitely a little bit more rugged, but that's fine. I do not mind at all, absolutely. So, yeah, let's get to it, basically. Okay, I would like another alloy foundry. I'm just going to spam alloy foundries everywhere now, because that's pretty much the only thing I need. I have everything else. Okay, that's it. Let's just try really quickly and jump over here with both our fleets, try and take out this station, and see if we can't secure the planet and thus end the war in one fell swoop. Oh, these are some advanced phasers. That would be lovely. The warp inhibitors would be lovely as well. We could also get a spore drive, which is pretty darn interesting, but it's dangerous technology. Holographic projection grid. Holographic camouflage. Well, that's interesting as well. Okay, let's get the phasers. Again, we're gonna have to, for at least the time being, turn into a bit more of a militarized Starfleet, because, well, the world and the universe is not very kind to us, let's just say, right? Because, well, I've been around and I've seen plenty of imperialists, slavers, and God knows what trying to dominate all life around them. It's time to, I think, time to do something about that and protect our selves primarily, I suppose. Though I do think, see, the Cardassian fleet is pathetic compared to ours. The Romulan fleet is pretty much the same, but it really doesn't tell the full story. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to go. There is another battle happening over there, but there's so many Federation ships here. There's so many navies that this isn't even funny. I mean, look at that, just coming in. I think these are the Nobulans, yeah. Just massive fleets with ridiculous amounts of power. This interests us far more, though. There's going to be a... well, honestly, there's going to be a massacre, but that's... Oh. Bit of a different performance. No, another Federation member. Yeah, this is going to be a massacre. We're going to get back to this in a second. Valakis has become another member of the Federation. Lovely. Welcome to Earth, but... you know, there is just the slight problem that your how should I put this? Again, I'm not. Let's just say I'm not gaining much out of this, right? It's, putting it out there, stating the obvious, yeah. Not really gaining too much out of this. That's alright though, I have plenty of resources and plenty of systems of my own to play around with, so... Yeah, this is going to sound horrible, because it is horrible, but losing some of these Explorer-class vessels isn't necessarily the worst thing I've had, because I'm just going to replace them with better ships. And it's the least... It's the least Cardassian, or the least Cardassian, because I'm fighting Cardassians. It's the least, how do we call it? The least Federation thing, I suppose I'm going to ever say. But what can I do about it, right? What the hell do I do here? Diplomatic outreach? Let's go with diplomatic outreach with the Klingon Empire. I think that's going to be our next attempt at diplomacy. Yeah. Alright, and then immediately these guys can fly in and land right here, and I think that's going to be almost enough to get us through the war, but let's... You know, while we're here... Can I not select two fleets at once? Can I please... I cannot, okay. I have to do it like that. That is fascinating, but fine. Let's go ahead and jump over there. We're not going to fight the station immediately, but I do want you to jump over there. Explosion detected. At a public forum. Uh-oh.
Log updated.
Strange computer readings. Okay, let's investigate that. What the hell is going on? Our efforts to improve relation with the Klingon Empire have failed. Oh. That can fail, can it?
You honor my house.
Well... As long as they're not at our throats, I'm relatively happy. Investigation complete. Our investigation... This is from one of the Star Trek movies that I haven't seen. Our investigations have been completed, and we have uncovered a rogue subroutine that is stemmed from the new threat detection algorithm. The control program appears to have acted independently, and whilst a number of our scientists believe that this was a computational mistake by the lead researcher, others believe the program evolved and acted on its own. So we can just purge the program, let our military correct the problem, or let our academics fix this mess. I'm gonna let the academics fix this mess. Because, honestly, we don't need to lose track and completely surrender to the dark side, as they say. You know, we're gonna need to stay in touch with our core principles, even though we are facing hardships. Tell you what, though, I think this is gonna be it for this video. Well, actually, let me just land over here and see if that's enough to end the war or not. It's going to be a lengthy video, but that's fine. Let me just pull up this. Okay.
Deploying liberation forces.
Okay, are we done? Ooh, not quite. Demanding an occupied planet -100. Still, so it's this one as well, right? Yeah, it's going to be this one too.
Discovered.
That's fine. Tell you what, this is to end the war. It's more important than going back and repairing these ships. What am I saying? That's not true. That's not true. That's, you know what, we're role-playing. We can't do that. I wouldn't send damaged ships into a fight when there's a station right here that can fix them. Go back. Enter orbit. Fix up the ships and then we'll go back in. It's fine. We have time. Fendomarov. Done the thing. I've landed over here as well. Are they any closer to surrendering? They're very close to surrendering, actually. As soon as I get rid of this one unoccupied system, one unoccupied planet, they're going to surrender. So this is going to be the final battle over here, provided I don't lose anything, but I don't frankly see myself losing anything at this point in my life. Be bombing Bajor just in case the Cardassians decide to do something about it. Okay. Tell you what, this is going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed it, and want to stay tuned with the rest of the content that I produce on this channel. Next time, we're hopefully going to be... well, actually, there's just one more thing I want to see. But next time, we're hopefully going to end this war and focus our efforts once again on the Romulan Star Empire, which has expanded a little bit too much. So we'll see if we can... fix that, shall we say, quote-unquote. Try and liberate the Xinti Patriarchy and the Xindi Council as well, which is kind of the main problem. Like, they vassalize the Xindi. I don't want them to do that. So I'd like to help the Xindi out once again, as it were, and we'll take things from there. I'd also like to see, before I leave, where the... How do I do this? Is it contacts and then agreements? No, contacts... Contacts? No? I'll figure it out. I'm trying to figure out who I'm in a... Yeah, this. Here it is. Coalition. The Saurians and the Krill. Yeah. I'm thinking when I go to war with the Romulans, I probably want to... Obviously, I'm going to integrate the Saurians first, and then the Trill, I might want to integrate them next, and only afterwards go to war against the Romulans when I have a completely unified Federation, which might take some time, and if it does, I will do most of it off-camera, because there's not going to be a lot to look at. But we did finish the AI problem, though, so I guess there's that. Our leading academics across a number of planetary labs and universities have made a major breakthrough in the program, which has been dubbed as Control. One report suggests that this was one of the easier projects, almost as the secrets wanted to be revealed. I'm not convinced that's the end of it, but okay. See you next time, though. Have fun, take care, and bye-bye.